How's it going, everyone? Marriland here. That's right, it is time for more Pokemon trading card game stuff. I love stuff. Yeah, and this is the newest stuff available as of this moment. This is BREAKpoint. Yeah, XY BREAKpoint. Look at that Luxray. That thing is gold. It is literally gold. Because it is a, what do they even call it? Just like a break evolution, I think it is. And these are a new concept kind of introduced in the previous set, Breakthrough. And they're continuing it in BREAKpoint, the newest edition. And yeah, there's Luxray, there's Greninja, there's a few others. I'm not even entirely sure because I'm gonna tell you one thing. I have not opened a single pack of BREAKpoint up until this point, all right? I am going into this set without any knowledge other than what I've seen on Twitter and stuff like that. But generally speaking, I don't have a lot of knowledge about this set, which I think will be kind of interesting. This is a set that I haven't gone to the pre-release for. I usually go to the pre-release events that are in my area, but I wasn't able to. They didn't have one up in Madison this time around. So I got some packs. It's not quite a full box, I do apologize, but we do have 20 booster packs here. And I figure, you know what, we can check out what's inside of them. What do you say? I might get a booster box eventually if I like the set, but I think for now, we'll go with these. It saves me the trouble of having to open up a whole box. Trying to get into those things can sometimes be, well, it's not that tough. It's just, I like to go straight to the packs. All right, anyway, here we go. Let's open up BREAKpoint for the very first time. Oh man, hopefully there's some neat stuff in here. I'm really excited. I might have to read a lot of these cards, just like myself. Wow, harden during your opponent's next turn. If this Pokemon would be damaged by an attack, prevent that attack's damage done to this Pokemon if that damage is 60 or less. I mean, I wouldn't have this thing sitting out there, but wow, that reminds me of the old base set Onyx. Esper is so cute. Oh my goodness. I hope there's Meowstic in the set. I think there might be a Meowstic EX. I really hope so. This one, it's not very good, but it's really cute. A Staryu. Okay, a Blitzel. It's like holding a flower. That's just adorable. I swear, the art in these sets just gets cuter and cuter. Look at that Pancham. Oh my goodness, jeez. The art, oh, this Growlithe looks awesome too. Also, I will tell you right now, I don't do what's called the card trick. I like to open up my booster packs in the way they were put in the pack. You don't need to tell me in the comments you're doing it wrong, because this is just how I like to do it. But yeah, wow, look at that fire. I don't know, it looks really neat. Whoa, Trevenant. As long as this is your active Pokemon, the attacks of your opponent's basic Pokemon cost one colorless more. And then it has Energy Press, which kind of works on that. This attack does 10 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Huh. Well, it's not a Pokemon-EX, and it kind of slows down your opponent. Ooh, Gabite, that looks cool. Not a great attack or anything. Slowbro. It has a Careless Head. Flip a coin of heads does 50 more damage. Wow. And then look at this name. Walk Off Homer. Go home, Homer. Wait, what? If you use this attack when you have only one prize card left, you win this game. I think that's the only time I've ever seen printed on a card, you win this game. Like, what? It doesn't even have to do damage. Just imagine this in sudden death. I mean, it'd be really silly, but that is one of the funniest cards. And then Mystifying Horns on this Stantler. Not, actually, this isn't all that. Well, actually, big charge. If you have any Mega Evolution Pokemon on your bench, this attack does 50 more damage. 80 for 2 on a basic that isn't evolved, 2 of anything. Huh. It's not great, but kind of interesting. Okay, and then this has a code card in it. Unlocks 10 additional cards to play and compete online. Huh, yeah, it's like a booster pack kind of thing for the trading card game online. Now, I will give mine away if I get a Pokemon-EX. But otherwise, I like to, I want to do something with the trading card game online at some point. Hopefully I will be able to. Oh my goodness, that Hone Edge. It looks like the Sword in the Stone. That's so cool. Stab. Also, I do want to apologize. Well, not really apologize, but I guess explain. I like to take a moment to look through the cards. I don't rush through. Oh my goodness. This is so adorable. Look at this. That is one of the cutest art I have ever seen, or like artworks I have ever seen on a card. That is so cute. It's really bad, but that is just, oh my goodness, it's so cute. I love the art on the set already so much. But yeah, I do like to take a while to, look through the cards. I don't look through, like, I've already seen this Blitzel. I don't need to go over that again. But it's an experience for me. I guess I'm more of a collector than let's just see what I get and rush through it and like, oh, I didn't get anything. That was a 5-minute video, but yeah, so looks pretty. Oh, look at that camera up. That thing looks mean. Eruption. Each player discards the top card of his or her deck. This attack does 60 more damage for each energy card discarded in this way. Sounds like it'd be pretty strong, but I don't know. You don't really get energy most of the time. But hey, I might be wrong. That's kind of neat. Oh wow, Gyarados Spirit Link. Your turn does not end if the card, or if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Mega Gyarados. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of those Spirit Link things. They're a tool, so you have to attach it, but it's kind of nice. Oh wow, this is interesting. Bursting Balloon. If this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your opponent's turn. That's wild. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if it's knocked out, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Wow, so it's like one turn of you better not touch me if you know what's good for you. Huh, interesting. Frogadier. What? Search your deck for up to 3 Frogadier and put them onto your bench? Shuffle your deck afterward? That's crazy! You get to get a stage 1 Pokemon and place it directly onto your bench. That's a really nice attack for a stage 1. Wow. That is just like, you just swarm frogs like it's nobody's business with that. Crazy! I like that. Huh. That's really cool. Okay, let's see. Pack number 3. We got Shelder with Razor Shell. Oh, the most fabulous Drowsy. Just having a great day. Mumble and Focused Wish. Bad attacks, but oh well. Spritzy. Timple. Get loud and round. Huh, alright. Poor, I don't know, confused Clefairy? What is going on? Is that a Hypno back there? Huh, think so. Happy Bayleaf, look at that thing, so happy. Bad attacks, but happy. Holy smokes! Shiny Mega Gyarados EX. That is a big red lobster thing. Oh, that thing just looks so weird. I know it isn't a lobster, it just always makes it like look like a lobster when it's shiny. It's like this big red, I don't know, it's just funny looking, a big red Magikarp. Blast Geyser, Geyser, you blast the geysers, all the old people. No, it's terrible. No, it's a Blast Geyser. Every time I say Geyser, I keep thinking, oh man, I do not want to say it wrong because I say it wrong every single time. And sure enough, I did this time as well. So you may do 20 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Does 120 damage for 4 colorless anyway. If you had like 2 water on it, it's doing 160. You discard the top 2 cards of your deck, which kind of hurts, but it's not that bad. If you loaded this thing up with a bunch of water energy, that'd be really nice. Hey, speaking of which, look at that, Splash Energy. What is this? It can be only attached to a water Pokemon. It provides water energy only while this card is attached to a water Pokemon. If the water Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, put that Pokemon into your hand. What? discard all cards attached to it. That's amazing. So if you get knocked out, then you can bring that Pokemon back to your hand. And when it says that Pokemon, it actually means the entire evolution line if you're using something evolved. That is really good. Wow. Yeah, I approve. I like that. That definitely left a splash. Potion. Oh, the art. This Palpitoad just is napping in the pond. Frog hop. Yeah, not overly great or anything. All right. Oh, wow. That's so weird. So, that's strange. It's like they changed. See, look at that. I wonder if it's a different printing run. Again, these are like they're from the same set. Well, anyway, here is your code. Again, the first person to enter this on a trading card game online gets a booster pack on there with this set. So, yeah. Yeah. Here you go. All right. Anyway, cool. I like that Mega Gyarados. That thing looks rad. I need to get the normal Gyarados EX now, don't I? Well, hopefully. All right. This Kibble. It's never enough, I tell you. Never enough. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. Not terrible. Chikorita looking at a Fennekin through a portal? Wait, are we playing Pokemon or are we playing Portal? That's interesting. Tackle and Blot. Timpole. Get loud. Oh yeah, we've already seen that. We've seen Spritzy already. Skrelp. Hide. Okay. Camera up, that's foil. Whoa, look at that Pangoro. That thing. Parting Shot. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done by attacks from the defending Pokemon is reduced by 60. Interesting. Buster Swing, it's not affected by resistance. Aromatisse. If the opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon-EX, it does 40 more damage. Yeah, this is definitely not a good Aromatisse compared to the X and Y one, which is amazing. And then this Arcanine, Flop and Flamethrower. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's a flop compared to a lot of Arcanine out there. Yeah, you can do better than that. Misty's Determination. Looking at this card, no, never mind. All right, discard a card from your hand. If you do, look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put one of them into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. You use your supporter for the turn. You get to look at a lot of cards, but I think I'd kind of rather add those cards to my hand, like with Professor Sycamore or something. I mean, I'd have to discard my entire hand if I did that, but I don't know. Could be interesting. Skorupi. Oh, what that looks like a weird shiny pattern. Oh my goodness, that Rattata looks really cool. Dangerous Suspicion. Okay. Slowpoke. Aww. Furfrou. Okay, the edge of this card is really bothering me. C-Dot. Whoa! Hey, speaking of Rattata. Alright, so this is Raticate Break. It's a break evolution. It breaks the evolution rule. So Raticate Break retains the attacks, abilities, weakness, resistance, and retreat cost of its previous evolution. Yeah, you might notice it's kind of missing some things on the bottom, right? Well, that's because you actually place this card. I'm gonna pretend the Shiftry is another, like Eradicate. You would actually place it, like this. So it has that attack, it has that hit points up there, but it also has its previous attacks and stats down there. That's how break evolutions work. Anyway, this thing has Super Fang, 2 colorless, put damage counters, it's hard to read, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining hit points is 10. Wow, for a double colorless energy, do that and like poison them somehow, and good game, whatever your opponent has out there. That's really nice, and it has 110 hit points. Wow, all right, that's nice. I like that a lot. I used to try something like that with this old Eradicate that had a similar attack, except it cost 3 colorless. And let me tell you, there's a huge difference between 3 colorless and 2 when it comes to that. And 2 I could actually do. 3 was just a little too much. All right, so this thing has roll up, the shift tree here. Flip 3 coins. If any of them are heads, your opponent reveals his or her hand. Then for each heads, discard a card from your opponent's hand. Wow, that's great. It's a shame that you have to, wow, hold on. I'm reading that second attack, and that's great. But it's a shame that you have to evolve it to a stage 2. That's a pain, but man, Otherworldly Return, 60 damage for 3. I mean, that's not like huge, but it's not terrible at the same time. But you put a trainer card from your discard pile into your hand. That means you can get a supporter card. That means you can get an item card. That means you can get all sorts of things. You can get that Lysander you need to bring out one of your opponent's Pokemon and then just have your opponent's hand wasted away while you roll up and they can't retreat. Wow, I like that. It's really mean. That actually kind of gives me inspiration for a deck to build. Hey, look at that, Nuzleaf. A Puzzle of Time. All right, you may play Puzzle... Oh, wait, no, you may play 2 Puzzle of Time cards at once. That's weird. If you played 1 card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. If you played 2 cards, put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. Wow, that is so good. There's this one card, Item Finder, that was reprinted, I don't know, about 10 sets ago. I'm guessing here. It was an A spec, so you could only have 1 of those in your deck. It used to be a card back in base set. It wasn't an A spec back then. They kind of reprinted it, and long and short of it, you discard 2 cards from your hand and you get 1 card from your discard pile. With this, you get 2 cards from your discard pile back into your hand. That's really nice. Wow. It's just a shame you have to play so many of those in your deck, but that could be a real game changer. Interesting. Very interesting. There's a lot of really cool cards in this set. I'm very impressed so far. Definitely think I'm gonna have to get more. What do you think, guys? Should I get a box of this? Open it up? I think I should. Spike Cannon. Oh, this is... Corsola, what do you expect? Furfru. Ferocity. Trubbish. Oh, Acid Spray. Yeah, whatever. Oh, that Electabuzz. Terrible attack, but it looks so cool. Man, that thing is awesome looking. I just love the art on it. I say that about so many cards in this set. That's usually the sign of a good set, huh? Siphon Off. Attach 3 energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Well, that charges up fast. Shaky Fall for 90. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and it can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. That's kind of gnarly, especially since you can get this thing charged up like it's nothing. The downside is it's a stage 2, which they're a pain to get out, but Great Ball. It's a reprint from an older set. Oh, Delinquent. Discard any stadium in play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from his or her hand. Well, they get to choose the cards, so that's kind of a shame, but that's still, I don't know. It's nice to discard a stadium card, though. There's a lot of stadium cards that are good nowadays, so being able to discard one alone is great, and you even make your opponent discard cards. I guess I was just thinking of that second part, but that first part is probably worthwhile enough. Oh, Patillo, terrible attack, but oh well. Bug Hunch on this Kricketot. Search your deck for up to 3 grass Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand. Not terrible, you can get evolutions with it. Most things like that only let you get something like a basic Pokemon and put it on your bench. Delinquent, Dragouge. Dragology. I don't know what it is, actually. I always just call it Dragouge. Severe Poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 4 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. Ow, that's painful. That is painful. That's gonna do like 80 damage by the time it's your turn again for 1 Psychic. And then you can follow up with Dragon Pulse, so they'll be at 120 plus 40 more. Wow, that's interesting. And that you discard the top card of your deck. That stinks. Happy Bayleaf. Sudowoodo, dancing in the forest. Oh, look at this. It's that horde battle. I don't know if you have ever played in X and Y on Route 20. One of the funniest things is inside of that forest, there is a very rare horde battle that is 4 Trevenant and 1 Sudowoodo. It is hilarious. It's one of the funniest horde battles out there. That's the horde battle. It's in the artwork. That's so funny. Watch and learn. If your opponent's Pokemon used an attack during his or her last turn, use it as this attack. That's curious. It would be a fighting type move. There are things weak to fighting, so that's interesting. I could see it being scary because you leave that on the bench with a fighting energy. It's like, oh, well, if I use a really strong attack, that Sudowoodo could come out of nowhere and yeah, Mawile. I love the art on it. Looks really cool. It's not very great, but 3 colorless for 50. I don't know. I'd probably say pass on this. Okay, what else do we have? I'm feeling pretty good about the pulls so far, and I'm feeling great about the set. I think the set's nice. There's 122 cards, not counting any kind of like secret rare things, that's pretty good size actually. Starry with Smack, never enough. C-Dot, Chikorita, Timpole. Oh, it's so cute. I love Meowstic, by the way, and that is just adorable. Yeah, female Meowstic, energy present, attach up to 2 energy cards from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. That's kind of nice. Charge things up really fast. I like the art on it. It's nice. It's not like over the top or anything. It's just there in front of a gate. Its second attack stinks, Psy Shot for 40, but that first attack's good for charging things up. Electivire, Knuckle Punch, and Electro Slug. Pretty straightforward. Happy Bayleaf. Oh, per ugly. Slash, and then Nyan Press. Nyan, 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 nyan. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 40 more damage. If tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is not poisoned. Or paralyzed, I'm sorry. I'd say probably I'm gonna pass on that. But I do like the name Nyan Press. It's just so funny. It's so cute. Okay, move along here before I get just distracted by, oh, speaking of cute, this Glameow. No, I mean, the art's all right and all. It's kind of cute. I'm not really that much of a Glameow cat kind of Pokemon trainer, but it acts cute. Your opponent puts a card from his or her hand on the bottom of his or her deck. Yeah, it's pretty bad, actually. Ducklet, Timpole again, a reverse foil Dragalge, and whoa, Emboar-EX. I didn't even know this was a thing in this set, but hey, I haven't actually seen much of the cards. 180 hit points, fire type, Spiral Punch, flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 20 more damage for each heads. Strong Flare, discard 2 energy attached to this Pokemon, it does 150, wow. If you can get the energy on it, that Strong Flare is nice, it's just it takes a while to charge it up, and Spiral Punch is really kind of risky. I don't know about it. Scizor Spirit Link. Yeah, that's kind of like the Gyarados one I had earlier. Max Elixir. What does this do? Look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach a basic energy card you find there to a basic Pokemon on your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. That's really nice. Wow. That's a great way to charge up your Pokemon because this is not a supporter card, meaning you can play it and play another like supporter card or something, or another Max Elixir. You can play any number of item cards from your hand if you want. It's just if you don't get an energy in the top 6 cards of your deck, yeah, then it has no effect. Huh. Well, you know, oh, there was a Pokémon-EX in here. There you go. There's your code. You know what? I don't think I ever gave one for the Rattata, or the Raticate. I didn't. I also didn't say Pokémon-EX. You know what? I don't know if it's actually from that pack or not. Actually, you know what? I find it interesting. The good cards have the old style of, yeah, you know what? Oh, no, maybe. No, I guess my theory's wrong. I was going to say, the Rattata, or not the Rattata, the Raticate, if it came in the same kind, like this kind, as opposed to one with like the 10 cards on the back. Anyway, here you go. You can have this code card for the Raticate, because I forgot quite clearly, because I only have 3 code cards over there. All right, anyway, let's move along here. And we got Spritzy, Glameow, Slow, Skorupi, Gibble, Reverse Foil Fighting Fury Belt. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets plus 40 hit points, and its attacks do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. What? 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 It can be attached to a Pokémon-EX. Wow, that's pretty nice. And that's before applying weakness and resistance. Man, that's a really good card. But it can only be attached to basic Pokemon. Huh. Well, that's great. That's scary, but it's great. Moon Barrier. This Clefable is pretty adorable too. Moon Barrier, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by Dragon Pokemon. Huh. And then Tumbling Attack, which is pretty mediocre. Kind of neat. Oh, another Puzzle of Time! Wonderful. Alright, well, on to the second half of this, not box, but 20 booster pack kind of deal thing. Alright, Slowpoke, Furfuru, Seedot, Psy, Esper, Ferocity. Oh, I would love to get a Meowstic-EX if it really is in the set. That'd be great. So this Greninja, 130 hit points, Shadow Stitching. Wow, that's actually hard to say. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, each Pokemon your opponent has in play, in his or her hand, and in his or her discard pile has no abilities. This includes cards that come into play on that turn. That's kind of wily. It's until the end of your opponent's next turn though, so like it doesn't work until your turn. So if there's something that shuts down like I don't know, your abilities or items or things like that, yeah, you'd still be under effect by that, but still. Moonlight Slash, 60 for 1. You may return a water energy from this Pokemon to your hand. If you do, it does 20 more damage. 80 for 1 is not terrible. And Free Retreat, kind of cool. Scizor Spirit Link, Purugly, and the Walk-Off Homer. Slowbro, I love that. That's so funny. That's, oh, I just think that's one of the funniest cards. All right, here we go. Chikorita, oh, Shinx, Numel, Kricketot, Rattata, Glameow, Drapion, Poison Claws, 70. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Heavy Impact, 130. For stage 1, that's not bad, but it takes so much Psychic energy. And it's weak to Psychic, which is really funny because in the games it's completely immune to Psychic, but oh well. Psychic's Third Eye. Your opponent reveals his or her hand. Draw as many cards as you like, or no, I'm sorry, discard as many cards as you like from your hand, then draw that many cards. That's kind of interesting. Huh. Sigilif, Reflective Shield. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if it's knocked out, put 5 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Huh. That with that balloon would be nasty. Psy Report, your opponent reveals his or her hand. Weak to lightning, resistance to fighting. Doublade, whatever, Stab Deeply. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. Blah, that's so bad. For 2 energy for a Psychic and a colorless? I think not. Oh, no way, man. Alright. So we got Growlithe. We got Shelder. We got Gibble. Phantom. Wait, Ascension. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon. Well, that's kind of neat. Free Evolution. Glameow. Oh, Luxray! Luxray Break. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh, man. All right, so what does this thing even do? Wild Fury. 2 lightning, 2 colorless. It does 130 damage, and you flip a coin until you get tails. It does 40 more damage for each heads. Now, normally coin flip attacks like that are pretty risky. However, you're doing 130 damage no matter what. So anything else after that is pretty much just gravy. 2 heads and you're knocking out pretty much anything that isn't a Mega Evolution. And that's a pretty decent chance to do that. That's actually nice. The problem is, it's effectively a stage 3 because you need to break evolve it. Huh. It looks really cool though, but yeah, it's pretty wild. Oh, Raticate! Hey, awesome. All right, let's do a test with this thing. So first of all, it looks really cool. It has 70 hit points. Oh, that is dirty. Oh my goodness. Okay, it basically sets itself up here. So it has antibodies. This Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. And you also remove any special conditions affecting it, just in case you like evolve it from Rattata or something. For 1 colorless, it has Dirty Shock. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to that Pokemon. So you poison them, right? Right? And then, you know what you do afterwards? The next turn, you put this thing on there, and you Super Fang it, and it gets knocked out from poison between turns. Yeah, Rattata, Raticate for the win. Oh my goodness, that's really funny. That's a good combo, good synergy there. I like that. I of course do kind of like Raticate now after a certain Raticate of mine. Brave Bird, and Tierno. All right, well, you know what? Here you go. You get this code card as well because I definitely qualify a Luxray Break as something worth giving a code card for. So there you go. First one to redeem it gets it. Okay, getting close to the end here. I'm really liking this set. Honedge, Shinx. Oh, it's so cute. All right, Spritzy, Glameow, Slow. Reverse foil, Shiftry. Suicune. Oh, nice. I think I've heard people talking about this. So what makes this thing so good? I seriously don't know what it does. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to each of your Pokemon. Existing effects are not removed. Wow. Wow, so you prevent all effects other than damage. So things that like poison you, things that like that Raticate wouldn't do anything to this Suicune. And then 3 for 110 on a basic? It's weak to grass? Yeah, I see why people like this thing. Man, that's good. That is pretty good. All Night Party. Look at that. There's Weavile, there's Umbreon, there's Cresselia, there's Crobat. That is definitely a party. That's a party I'd want to go to. All right, once during each player's turn. Oh, that's right, it's a stadium. If that player's active Pokemon is asleep, he or she may remove that special condition and heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. Oh, that's interesting. So if you have something that puts your own Pokemon to sleep, it's a good way to kind of heal them, I guess? Huh. I don't know if I'd use it or not, but it's kind of interesting, I guess. Oh, that's also the old kind of style, so that kind of blows a hole in my theory of, you know, the Pokemon-EX having the old-looking TCGO card thing. All right, let's open this up. Da-da-da. All right, we got Blitzel, we got Shelter, Scythe, Phantump, Slow, Shelter again, Dragalge again, Misty's Determination again, Professor Sycamore, who wants a hug, Gyarados Spirit Link. I had every single card in that, didn't I? I did, every single card. It happens. All right. Let's see, at least I made it for a short pack, right? Didn't have to waste much time talking about stuff. Staryu, Litzel, Pancham, Honedge, Shinx, another Pancham, another Shiftry, another Happy Bayleaf, another Sudowoodo, and another Mawile. Wow, so many duplicates. So many things I've already had, but that's okay. That's fine. As you open more packs in a set, you're more likely to run into duplicates. Especially like commons and stuff. All right, oh, I've seen that thing. That is cool art. Garboter! Garbotoxin. Oh no, it's bringing Garbotoxin back. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool card attached to it, each Pokemon in play, in each player's hand, and in each player's discard pile has no abilities except for Garbotoxin. That is Garbo, man. And then Offensive Bomb, as opposed to the not very offensive bombs. These offensive bombs, it does 60. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. Now, hopefully you never need to attack with that, because ideally, with Garboter, that's the kind of thing you just have sitting on the bench with a tool and not doing anything with, just to prevent abilities on all Pokemon in play and all Pokemon in the discard pile. Huh. Aw, Lilligant. Boo-hoo! If your opponent attaches an energy card from his or her hand to the defending Pokemon during his or her next turn, that Pokemon will be asleep. Okay. Yeah, it's really kind of bad. Arcanine. And another Puzzle of Time, and a Swanna. Okay. Alrighty, 3 packs left. Let's see what we get. I guess the good news is if I do a booster box opening video in the future, it'll probably end up being shorter than this because I don't have to read everything. All right, Phantump, Trubbish, Timpole, Seedot, another Honedge, a Hypno. Wait, what? Its attack, or no, its ability is literally good night, babies. Once during your turn before your attack, you may leave both active Pokemon asleep. That's gnarly. Good night, babies. Zen Headbutt. Now, you probably wouldn't want to do that with that stadium because then your opponent would end up waking up as well. So that doesn't really do much good unless you're planning on replacing the stadium. But again, I don't know. I'd rather just run like Malamar-EX or something. Frogadier, Cloyster. If your opponent, or if this Pokemon evolved from Shelter during this turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Yeah, I guess it's okay. It's okay. It reminds me, I think there was a Cloyster that did a similar thing way back. All right, 2 packs remain. Let's see what we get in this booster pack. Honedge, Ducklet, Trubbish, Shelter, Drowsy, Foil Lilligant. Oh, there's the normal Luxray. All right, so let's see what this does in comparison, or I guess in addition to Luxray Break, because remember, it'll have those attacks as well. So 140 hit points, and that does become 170 when it breaks. Bite, 2 for 50, not terrible. And then Snarl, 2 lightning, 1 colorless for 100. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done by attacks from the defending Pokemon is reduced by 20. So that's probably the attack you'd want to use to finish something off, rather than Wild Fury if, you know, they only have like so much left. But yeah, this is what it would end up becoming after it Break evolves. Kind of nice, really. That Snarl, that's not too bad. Expensive as far as electric energy goes, but it's pretty potent. Kricketune. Any damage done to the defending Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 60 during your next turn. Wow. And another Max Elixir. All right. Final pack. Let's open this thing up. It was really cool having a chance to look at this set for the very first time on camera with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. I'm a big kid at heart. I love the Pokemon trading cards. I tend to be more of a collector these days, which is why I appreciate things like the art, and I appreciate, like, I don't know, just little details. And like, I do try to appreciate all the cards that I get and all the cards that I see. They're really neat. Spike Lash. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon for each colorless in that Pokemon's retreat cost. Wow, that's actually pretty decent. Huh. Splash Energy, Electivire, and Reverse Valley. Okay, what the heck is this? Choose which way this card faces before you play it. The attacks of this player's dark Pokemon do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. That's the player on this side, like towards my thumb. But if you played it like this, your opponent would have that effect, and any damage done to this player's, that's me, This player's metal Pokemon by an opponent's attack is reduced by 10. Huh. That's interesting. I don't really know. Those, like, metal isn't a super common type in the card game, is it? I don't know. Seems like that'd be okay for dark types, but I don't know. Doesn't seem quite as good. I might be wrong. Who knows? Anyway, point is, 20 packs and got 2 break evolutions and got 2 Pokemon-EX. No full arts, no secret rares, nothing like too fantastic. But all things considered, I'd say it's still pretty cool. I'm really glad I had a chance to check out the set. Again, let me know in the comments if you would be interested in seeing another box opening, because, well, actually, I guess a box opening. This wasn't a box now, was it? But it was still pretty fun. But I would definitely be willing to do that sometime in the future. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you well, on the next trading card thing or video or anything like that. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.